Hey, Bayshore students and parents. I'm so excited to share with you about our reopening in student ministry. We will begin with student worship meeting again on campus beginning Wednesday night, June 17th from 6:15 to 7:45. While we're excited to be gathering back together for worship, it's going to look a little different, so I'd like to take just a few moments to share with you some details so you know what to expect as we get back on campus for our first Wednesday. As you arrive, we will be meeting outside in front of the Children and Student Building entrance. We will have our adult leaders out there, and we ask for you not to arrive earlier than 6:15. Our doors will open at 6:25, and we'll begin worship at 6:30. Parents, we'd like to ask for you to stay outside when you drop off your students and when you pick them up, and for you not to come into our building. We are taking a lot of precautions to make sure our facility is clean prior to our student worship event. There will be less seating available in our student worship room so that we can have seating further apart from one another. To allow our entire group to worship together at the same time, we will have worship in two different locations, our student worship room and our children's worship room. Our high school students will worship together in one room, while our middle school students worship in the other. Our students will not meet in the same worship space every week, but we will have worship announcements and Bible lesson be led live by our students and our adults in both locations. We are asking for our students to wear a mask that covers their mouth and nose when they join us. We have been advised that this is by far the best measure that could be taken to avoid the possible spread of COVID-19. We are asking you to do this out of love for one another. There will be a limited number of masks available for those who are unable to get one, but please, if you have one, wear it if at all possible. We also need to maintain social distancing during this time. Parents, we ask that you would talk with your student about this each week prior to coming to student worship. For the time being, there should not be any hugs, handshakes, or high fives. All of our volunteers and students will be screened for high temperatures before entering our building. All volunteers are being required to wear masks during our student worship from 6:15 to 7:45. We will not be serving drinks or snacks like we normally do on a Wednesday night, and our water fountains will be blocked off. Your student is welcome to bring a water bottle from home. We will finish worship and Bible study around 7:15 and then go outside for a time of fellowship and hanging out. Parents, you may pick up your student anytime between 7:15 and 7:45. We also would like to ask for you to let one of our volunteers know if your student will be getting a ride home with another family. I will wrap up by saying that we are doing all we can to provide a fun and safe environment for our students to gather together for fellowship, worship, and Bible study. Please remember that as we worship on campus together, the risk we are taking is truly unknown. If you do not feel comfortable with your student joining us on campus yet, we respect your family's decision, and we will continue to post our student worship services on YouTube. Parents, I want to encourage you to keep your students connected to the Lord and in spending time with Him in the Word, and to encourage them to be connected to Bayshore student worship and life groups during this season. We need each other as we grow in our walk with Jesus. May we remain committed to one another to do whatever it takes to lead students to believe in Jesus, belong to God's family, and become who God has created them to be, because our desire is that they would impact the world for Jesus. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to myself or Angie. Dana and I love you and your family. We look forward to seeing our students on Wednesday night, June 17th.